Today on the Martech Minute, we've got ZoomLean on the line. They're an all-in-one website optimization and analytics package. Check them out. So thanks very much for joining us, everybody. This is Colin White from Martechers with another segment of the Martech Minute. And today I'm pleased to be joined by Rishi Khanna. He's the co-founder of ZoomLean. Thanks for joining me today, Rishi.
Thank you for having me.
And so, Rishi, tell us a little bit about ZoomLean. From what I've seen on your site, and I've actually installed the tool on my website, it's all the tools you need for your website all in one place. And so you've got quite a lineup of different tools for managing conversions on the website, managing customers and content discovery. Tell us a little bit about how you came to found the company and the problems you're trying to solve for marketers.
So Nick, my co-founder, and I have been involved in other startups wherein we struggle to get good online marketing tools to get a word out for our startup companies that we were involved in then, or have website. We have had website visitors, but we didn't have insight as to who was coming or conversions to be able to convert visitors into our potential clients, along with the behavior of the visitor on our sites. So whatever problems we experienced in our startups, we figured we'll take those problems and come up with solutions and put them all in one place. Now, there are other companies that provide these solutions, but for each of these solutions or tools, there are multiple companies, and if one is to use them, one will have to have multiple logins, pay multiple monthly subscriptions.
Right.
And what we have done is integrated multiple tools onto one platform, our platform, which is ZoomLean, of course, and so we have broadly 4 categories. One is content discovery, which is obviously useful more for the publication websites. We have ad retargeting, which is more specifically for e-commerce sites, and then we have conversion optimization, which pretty much can be used for any site that has high traffic. So, and of course, the fourth, which we have just been collecting our ideas, is using AI for predicting the traffic that is coming or behavior of visitors.
Okay. Can you tell just a little bit about what types of companies? Are there particular industries or particular size of companies that you're targeting with this with the platform?
So yeah, these toolkits are more useful for e-commerce and publication sites more than the others. But if anybody is worried about their traffic or how to capture the traffic, how to convert it into from a visitor to a client, how to quote unquote push more content to a visitor so that he or she spends more time on their site. Those are the sites. So industries are e-commerce and publications, but it can be used by anybody who's trying to sell anything online.
So you've got quite an array of tools that I noticed, from funnel analysis to heat maps and recordings to chat to email. How did you decide on which components to include in the platform?
So as I mentioned, as we went through a couple of other startups wherein we were experiencing some of these issues where a customer or a potential customer would want to chat and ask some quick one-line question, or it could be a longer, more elaborate set of questions, which would be an email tool. So these are the needs that, as I mentioned, we experience ourselves in our previous startups, AppCat.com, and there was another one. So some of course, these are tools are also available, unfortunately, from Google Analytics, and
Right.
a lot of people blow us off that, oh, yeah, Google Analytics has it. How can you be any better? Well, Google Analytics is very kludgy, very clumsy, is not graphical sometimes. So, of course, we are offering much, much more than Google Analytics. And our big sell is, of course, integrating all those various tools onto one site. I must admit that, for example, A/B testing and walkthroughs, for example, are not ready. That's work in progress.
Yep.
So if you are a serious website and you depend on the website for your top line and the bottom line, and you would like to know more and more as to how is your website or how are visitors on your website behaving, where are they coming from, when are they coming, where are they going, can you follow them around and finally bring them back, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I noticed as a, for my small business, and many of my consulting clients are smaller organizations as well. The idea of putting all of these tools all into one platform and kind of giving you, a view into each one of these areas very quickly is definitely of interest. And what came to mind when I started looking at it was sort of what HubSpot tried to do, what they did early on in their, product life cycle, where they tried to have this all-in-one platform for small businesses to create a blog, to create a website, and then they started adding in marketing automation and CRM capabilities as well. So, I can tell you that the idea of an all-in-one platform is very desirable especially for smaller businesses who don't necessarily have a lot of resources internally to kind of manage all of these different areas and manage all of the different tools. Are there particular industries or customer segments that you've had initial success with in the platform?
So we've had more of I would say very few e-commerce and publications, but more friends and family network that has come in, but over time. So we actually pretty excited that we started on May 1st, and we had a fairly good run in 2017. We have close to 500 signups, and about 60 to 70, Ravi, that are using the site, our toolkit, I should say, and about close to 8 to 10 paid customers. So the other thing is our toolkits is free up until your volumes start to rise, because we have, of course, some basic costs, which is data storage in the cloud. And of course, that whole data storage is very secure. Nobody, including us, can see data about your visitors except yourselves, obviously. So in terms of industry, the growth we are seeing is more on e-commerce side than on publications. But for us to be successful, we have to see more signups and more utilization on both sides, because they kind of complement each other in one way or the other.
Yeah. And so we're kind of running out of time here. This has been good information, though. What can you tell the audience here about what's the best way to get started with the ZoomLean platform to just try it out?
The sign up is free, and just sign up. We give 2 lines of code that you need to put on your main HTML page, plug it in, and you're ready to go. After a day or so, we start getting data on your traffic, and you can go into heat maps, funnels, any tool you want to use that is already in production, live chat. You can do visitor profiling. You can have email campaigns, and so on. So the most powerful tools are content discovery and ad retargeting. Those are the 2 wherein you will get top and bottom line direct impact. And so that's what we recommend. Just sign in, take the code, plug it in, and get going, and you will see the benefits.
All right. That sounds great. Well, thanks very much, Rishi Khanna. He's the co-founder of ZoomLean. They're an all-in-one marketing optimization, conversion, and customer management and content discovery platform. Thanks for joining us, and we wish you luck in the future.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having us. Really appreciate the opportunity to be on your blog.
Okay, sounds great. Thanks.